Hello. We are going to look into the case of Shannon Canning. She was just found in a body of water near where Nicola Bulley was found, Lancashire County, I guess. The 24-year-old had been missing since Friday morning, so this would be not this past Friday, but the one before. Police said they're very concerned for her welfare. She had last been seen on Friday and did not show up to work at a bar in Lancaster Town Center that afternoon. Officers were called about 4:20 this afternoon. When was this? May 25th. Interconnect. That's Maddie's birthday. Anyway, Maddie from the Idaho case is who I'm talking about. Okay, so a body had been found in the lake in the river Loon near Halton. The family has been made aware. So I believe it's been confirmed now that it is her, because that was 6 days ago. Okay, so let's look into what happened to Shannon Canning. And then we're going to look into if that has any connection to the Nicola Bulley case. So Shannon was on her way to work and then disappeared. What happened 2 rows of 4 from when she left, before she left her house until something happened? So that 1 card for in the house and then out of the house. In the house, King of Wands reversed. Some kind of impulsive decision. When she left the house, Knight of Cups reversed. Trying to avoid some kind of confrontation. Impulsiveness. I'm making an impulsive decision in the house. I leave the house. I try to avoid some kind of confrontation or conflict. 4 of Swords. Something that had been ongoing, because that would be, I'm tired of putting up with this, and it's like I need to protect myself by not putting up with this anymore. I need to set some boundaries for myself. I need to take a step back from whatever this situation is. 3 of Swords reversed. I need to choose myself. I need to choose what's best for me. I need to cut ties or speak my mind in like a ending something type of way. Something very emotionally a persistent emotional battle. Strength. That person overpowers me. This person overpowers me, because that's underneath of it. Who is that person? The Devil. Who was she trying to avoid conflict with? The Devil. Who is the Devil? The person who overpowered her. Who is the person who overpowered her? The person that she made some kind of impulsive decision to get away from because she needed to protect herself and choose herself. So it looks like she's talking to someone before she leaves the house. I'd be curious if the route that she took, if there's any difference in the way that she took that day versus how she usually gets to work. Because I'm wondering if she was literally trying to avoid someone, like, let me take this different path so that this person doesn't see me. Or if it's just, I need to pull back my energy from this person and then that person shows up. So I don't know if she knew this person was looking at her or looking for her or something like that, but it seems as though there's some kind of back and forth before she leaves the house, but I don't know how long before she leaves the house that is. Could be the night before, that someone that she talked to or communicated with in some way while she was in her house, either before she left or the night before. That person shows up on her walk, and that person overpowers her and is represented by the devil. And she was trying to avoid facing this devil. She was trying to not have this happen. So I don't know if that means that she knew this person was dangerous or scary, or if she just didn't feel like dealing with it. Page of Swords, some kind of, so the person shows up and they have some kind of back and forth. And that's under the Four of Swords. So she either stood up for herself or was like, I'm not dealing with this, go away. But she put her boundaries into place in that conversation. Page of Pentacles. Right away, it's giving me the image of like being pushed because of how, and it's underneath the Three of Swords. So I'm going to clarify her for the Page of Pentacles. Three of Wands. She's taken somewhere. She's like pushed into a vehicle or something. Four of Hearts, Justice, a long-term relationship. A trunk or a suitcase. A trunk or a suitcase on the bottom. She's pushed into a vehicle. That's why she wasn't found right away. She wasn't there. Which is kind of the same thing that happened with Nicola. Yeah, I think she is confronted by someone with whom she was already having some kind of conversation with, but the conversation had stopped. It seems like she wasn't expecting to see that person. She sees that person, they show up, they overpower her, push her into a vehicle. Because this would be about taking her somewhere. And this is like, I push you and I take you. How? You're in the trunk. I mean, I guess that could be backseat and just like kind of against her will. I don't know, but she's pushed into the vehicle, not like willingly got into the vehicle. Okay, so person puts her in a vehicle, and then what happens to her is a four. The Lover's reversed. The other card was a long-standing relationship. 10 of Cups. This is like someone who wanted to be with her and she didn't want to be with him anymore. That's what this seems like to me. Temperance. That's, we get in the car, I try to convince you. So it could be I try to convince you to get back with me, or I try to convince you of something. I try to get you to see things my way. I try and get you to see things the way that I feel like you should see them. And then you don't. And I kill you. That's what that looks like. Ace of Swords reversed because of some kind of confrontation, misunderstanding, back and forth. Seven of Pentacles reversed. I didn't really think that this was going to happen. This wasn't necessarily my intention. It's more of a heat of the moment, oops type of thing. Because of what? Because I wasn't able to convince you to see things my way. Knight of Swords reversed. When I wasn't able to get you to see things my way, I chose my way. And I was very aggressive about that. I wasn't really thinking ahead and acted rashly in the moment. Queen of Swords, why? Because of something that you said. something that you said triggered me and caused a heat of the moment reaction after I already had you in the car. So that seems to me like she wasn't in the trunk. I think that was just confirmation of car. So probably in the back seat or maybe the front seat, I don't know, but taken in the car. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You say something and everything takes a really bad turn. I have an immediate overreaction. That's what this looks like to me. I feel like most likely she was strangled, maybe given something. I doubt that. I feel like strangled or airway restricted in some way. I guess that could be keeping her head underwater. But it feels like it's like to have her head under the water, they would have to be having this conversation next to the water. And I feel like they're having this conversation in the car. So I don't know how the head in the water would be an immediate reaction. That seems like maybe an after, maybe get her to pass out and then do that. That could be it, or just strangle her, one or the other. I don't know if they'd be able to tell that, but like I feel as though if she did drown, it's likely that she was strangled before she drowned, but maybe she didn't pass away from the strangulation, so that they could just have her pass out and then have drowning be what killed her. And this doesn't have to be a lover. It feels like a lover or an ex or something, but it could be like an ex-friend. What can we know about the lovers? Because it doesn't really seem like I'm trying to get you to get back with me. It seems more like I'm trying to get you, I need you to see things the way that I see them for some reason. What's the reason for that? Three of Pentacles reversed. That would be them not seeing eye to eye or working together. King of Swords reversed. That could, yeah, it's like I'm not seeing things clearly, so I need to get you to see things the way that I'm seeing them, so I feel like I'm seeing them clearly. Someone, the King of Swords is like a very controlling energy, so like I can't tell if this is the person having like a mental breakdown or if this is just like narcissism and how the person is. But the King of Swords reversed is like, I can't stand being triggered, and every time I'm triggered in some way, I absolutely overreact. And she said something that triggered that, probably without knowing it. But the King of Swords reversed is like, and Hangman, the King of Swords reversed is like, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get my way. I'm going to avoid sacrificing myself at all costs. So if it's you or me and I have to step on you to save me, I'm going to do that. So I don't know if this means this person had like a wounded ego or hurt pride, or if that means that she maybe knew something about the person. Feels less like that, but it could be either way with these cards. But this is like, we're talking, I show up on your walk, we have a confrontation. Maybe they offered to take her to work. That could be it. I don't know. Maybe it's like, hey, I'll take you, get in the car, we can talk. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Could have been that, honestly. Page of Pentacles could be, I take you to work instead of I push you in the car. So it could be that someone drove by and was like, hey, let's finish that conversation, get in the car. It could be that, and then some heat of the moment happened. But this looks like not pre-planned, but we're having a fight. I show up where you are. I overreact. That's what this looks like. Let's see. What can we know about her relationship with this person? Success in reverse. Yeah, this wasn't planned. It was like a heat of the moment, crap, what do I do now? That's probably why she wasn't found right away, because they probably freaked out and just kept her and like didn't know what to do. Secret society in reverse. Yeah, this one doesn't really feel deeper. This one feels like a heat of the moment gone really wrong. God in reverse. So someone playing God, someone pretending, the God complex pretty much, but it's in reverse. So it's like this person may hide their narcissism very well, and only really show that to the people that are close to them. And it's like maybe she saw that side of this person, so it's like there's that deeper element there. Operation Mockingbird, government controlled media, but it's in reverse. Yeah, I don't think this is connected to Nicola. It doesn't feel connected. Especially with, we got secret society in reverse and government controlled media in reverse. Surveillance. Yeah, somebody was watching her. That's creepy. Yeah, it's like somebody either knew the way that she went and she took a different way, or knew the way that she went and she took that way, and they just asked her to get in the car or forced her to get in the car. I don't know. River, upright. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for this one. I'm not feeling like it's connected to Nicola. Again, it seems like a heat of the moment gone really wrong. What was her lesson here that she was meant to learn? Her soul lesson. The law of divine will. Stop waiting for a sign. The universe responds to your beliefs. She knew that somebody, she knew that somebody around her was something was off. But she was almost like she saw a red flag and her brain was like danger, and her heart was like, oh, are you sure it's gonna be danger? And she was like, oh, I'm gonna try and figure it out. Like, it seems like that is what was going on. What was the person's trigger that she said that set them off? High honors in reverse, house, and caregiver. She said something that triggered the person's mommy wound. House, upright. High honors in reverse, so the person didn't feel like they achieved enough in their parent or their mom or parents' eyes, and caregiver, upright. Knowingly or unknowingly, she said something that triggered someone's mommy or daddy wound and they snapped. That's what I'm getting here. Please remember, this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts, my opinion. But I think they need to do a deep dive into her phone in probably the 48 hours, maybe 72 hours, probably feeling more like under 24 hours, but I'm almost feeling like it's like Snapchat or something. Not like texting. There was some kind of like, I don't know, like she somehow was putting the pieces together that someone was a little off their rocker or something, or dangerous, I don't know. And she was trying to back away. So I feel like you would see in the contact with this person, like maybe a week or 2 weeks or a couple months before, there'd be a lot of back and forth. But before, like sometime in the week or less before her disappearance, it will have been one-sided from the other person, because she was trying to back up from the person. kind of slowly. So you'll almost see it like funnel, like a reverse pyramid. Like there was more, and then it just kept getting less in terms of her responding to the other person. So they'll have a lot of back and forth long ago, whatever long ago means, I don't know. But they'll have a lot of back and forth, and then recently it'll just be more from the person, and you'll be able to tell by the quantity coming from her side that she was trying to back up. That's the person who flipped out. Allegedly, my opinion. Talk to you soon. I kid you not, I just ended that and I grabbed my phone and I looked down at the pile, and the card that's sitting right smack dab on the bottom says main male, and it's a man in devil horns. The devil card is the one that we got earlier to represent the person. Journey in reverse. The main male is responsible for the end of her journey.